So, Barbenheimer was amazing. I watched Oppenheimer first. Sadly, I couldn't go to like an IMAX or a really big grand cinema because the closest one is in Liverpool and there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get there. But the local cinema was just fine. I really felt some of the grand effects, just as Christopher Nolan said I would, and I'm not going to spoil it, but there were some scenes that just absolutely blew me away. I'm sure if you've watched it, you know what those scenes are. The ending scene just blew me away. And then Barbie, you know that joke that people said before the movies came out saying, oh, I'm going to watch Oppenheimer for the laughs and then Barbie for the philosophy. Barbie actually ended up being quite philosophical and deep, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It was actually quite funny as well. There was a lot of jokes that were kind of adult oriented but would fly over a child's head, which is good because despite the fact that this film is like a 12A, I think, every 3-year-old in a 5-mile radius was there. I swear down, I've never seen a more packed cinema in my life. But yeah, both movies were absolutely amazing and I couldn't have been happier with them. So I haven't uploaded in about a week, and the main reason for that is because I was on holiday for the past week and I did try and upload some videos, such as the boys update. I tried to get that out earlier than I did, but the connection was just awful and it was taking full hours to upload, so I just decided to give that up and I uploaded it much later than I should have. And I couldn't really record anything because, like I said, I was on holiday and I was doing a lot of things. I was going out and doing stuff, so there wasn't really much time to do stuff. Although I did record something, and it was this video, which you're about to see. Yes, I am the future Alan.B. What you're about to see is past Alan.B. You may recall Microsoft have fixed the old servers on all old Call of Duty games. It's actually gotten to the point where most of the old COD games are now at the very top of the Xbox store in terms of trending. And yet despite this, and the fact that everyone else seemingly has been playing it, it's been really hard for me to find a game. The first 2 games you're about to see, I actually got in immediately, like within a second of playing Find a Game, but then I tried to look up a different mode, but I couldn't because 2DM is the only game you can play, and it was taking way too long for me to find a lobby, and eventually I just gave it up and put it off for a little bit, and I tried again late at night, and it still took a while to get in the game, but I eventually finally got a final game to record. But yeah, unless I'm missing something and there's some sort of magic trick I've got to do to get really good lobbies, I don't really see where people are coming from when they say the old games are finally returning. I mean, I had fun on this because Black Ops 2 is the best COD game, but sadly I don't think it's gonna be as permanent as people say it is. It'll probably die out in a couple of weeks. But for now, enjoy this beautiful gameplay of Black Ops 2. Okay, let's try this.
We are cleared for contact.
I have no idea how the mic sounds, by the way, because this is a new environment. It's not as good as it should be. Oh wow. Thing is, when I first started playing this game, I was terrible at Call of Duty. For the most part, I still am, but I'm better than I was. So this actually allows me to do some decent things, and look at this. Oh, this thing's beautiful. Oh wow, it was thrown, okay. Thing is about this game as well, unless they've got a suppressor on, I can actually see the red dots on the minimap. Which means I should look at the minimap, and the problem is, I'm not going to do that much, am I? Because I'm so used to not looking at the minimap. I know it's also refreshing. Whenever I shoot my teammates, I'll get a massive audio clip saying, "What are you aiming at me for?" Like, don't get me wrong, that's a funny line, but sometimes it gets a bit much. It's kind of refreshing, only being able to hear the sounds that I should hear. And we have limited sprint and I still feel quicker. Oh wow. Thing is, this game, if I double clicked Y, I could have won that. Another thing I'm going to have to get used to again. I have to balance it. If I'm going to either... Wow, really? A hit marker? If this game ends up being, like, still proper big... Wow, okay, wow. And a lot of people still continue to play it in the near future. I'm going to have to figure out a way to balance both this and Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to have to get used to both things differently. So I want to do that, because there's a lot of stuff I haven't unlocked on this game. Such as any camos on any weapon. Because I'm thinking, like, what stops me from getting diamond, you know? Isn't the hardest challenge on that, like, 5 bloodthirsties?
Don't quit now.
I can get bloodthirsty, easy.
Friendly. Be advised, hostile RCXD spotted.
Oh, the R60. been a while since I've heard that sound.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Oh wow, the hunter-killer drone. That's the thing about the old COD games as well. The kill streaks are amazing. They're beautiful. They're just interesting. They're fun. And now last kill, let's go. They're just interesting. Like, you have K9 units, you have war machines. It's not in this game, but the chopper gunner from Black Ops 1. Oh wow, that ain't good. But nowadays, like in Modern Warfare 2, not only are the kill streaks just the exact... I'm not playing Aftermath. Oh, map voting as well. That's another thing. Map voting is in the game, and not only is map voting in the game, I'm still in the same lobby as I was last game. Why is that different? I don't understand why they put you in a new lobby every time you finish a game. That's just stupid. Not only are the kill streaks exactly the same in Modern Warfare 2 as they were in Modern Warfare 1, they're not good. The AC-130, I think, is the biggest example of this. In the original Modern Warfare 2, the AC-130 was directly above the map. You had a good angle on everything. Modern Warfare 2, it circles the map and you can barely get an angle on anything. And it's just slow. There's no, like, interesting, cool kill streaks like there are in games like this. You can't get up on that? Okay, well, there's one bad thing about this game. Another thing about this game, wow, I thought you were a teammate. The maps are interesting, and they're from the campaign. That's another thing that I think COD just needs to do again. If you take maps from the campaign, not only does that give them easy maps to create, but it also gives the multiplayer an identity, which I think is important. Like, instead of giving us all these cinematics and giving multiplayer an unnecessary story, the story could just be the story that is in the campaign. That would separate every Call of Duty instead of just having all the maps be a village in the Middle East. That is terrible. Instead, I could play in Colossus, of which I know what Colossus is, I know why I'm here. I can relate myself to the soldiers who are in here, because I've already experienced this entire scenario in the campaign. Oh wow. I could have got him as well if I wasn't looking at my minimap.
Sniper, get down!
There we go.
Down, move up!
Oh wow. There's also a little soundtrack in between. This is that little soundtrack. That. Why have they took that out? Why have they just made every game silent now? Peek it. Okay, well I got him. Thing is, a part of me wants to try and find a domination or hardpoint game after this, but I also don't want to leave this lobby because it's a nice lobby. Oh! I'm just gonna say I want to CCA 94 because I don't have that currently, as I'm only level 37. There we go, it is. Nice camo. Oh, okay, this could use a stock. And I can't even use it because we lost the game. Oh, look at that! Custom emblems! Remember that? Custom emblems? And literally everyone used a swastika, so that's why they changed it. Let's try domination. Don't do this to me. Last time it took like 2 seconds to get in the game. I shouldn't have left the last game, should I? I've messed up. Hey, ignore the clan tag, by the way. I made that when I was like 10. Not even 10, I think I was like 15. Oh my god, finally. It's taken me ages to find a lobby. I don't understand where people are coming from when they say that the old COD games have returned, because they just have not returned. I mean, it's fun to play, obviously, but this is not going to be a permanent thing, as I thought. What was that? I can't believe that. Okay, that was the most disgusting thing that's ever happened. Ooh, look, the basketballs. Let's see if we can try and get one. Nope. Come on. I have no clue if that went in or not. Oh no. Well, we got someone who just bought the game in this. You're about 11 years too late. And the game just... Okay. Great. But you know what? I don't even care anymore. Everything is awful. apparently they fixed this. I'm not sure if they did. So anyway, that was some Black Ops 2 Revisited. It is still just as fun as I remember, even more fun going back to it. Of course, like I've said, I don't know if this is going to be like a permanent comeback, considering in order for me to properly play it, I have to wait until nighttime for all the Americans to get up and play, which really sucks. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like a permanent thing or just a brief comeback, but nevertheless, this was still a really fun experience to go back to. I'm also happy to get back in the swing of things of uploading, because I've been very neglectful of that the past week, so hopefully I can fix that. But with all out of the way, that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. All my socials will link down below for me, greatly appreciated. Hitting a like, subscribe and notification button is also greatly appreciated, and hope to see you all again. And like I always say, if I do see you again, it's when I see you again. Bye bye.